Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to Spellweaver. My name is Boltor, and yes, I'm back. It's been about a month or so, a little more, a little less, probably. But I'm back to making videos. I took a bit of a hiatus just because of life. You know, new job, new schedule, new things in my life. But at any rate, as long as you'll forgive the fact that I'm a little under the weather right now, I've got a kind of like a chest congestion, cold kind of type of deal. So I'll be coming to you through the mucus. But at any rate, I wanted to play today. I wanted to make a special video today because today, not only do we have the Steam release right around the corner, so next Monday, the February the 1st, we'll get 6 new cards. I'll make sure to cover those too. But today I really wanted to cover what happened in this the finishing touches patch, I think they're calling it, the last update kind of type deal before the Steam release. And what we got today was the updated tutorial missions. We got a new mission. I did take a look at it. I haven't played the tutorial missions yet. I want to do it live. I want to, figure it out, so to speak, as we go along. But we did get a new one. The first one, I believe, has been updated. The one where you're, working with Namir and everything. And the second one is all about speed and combat, so it's got that kind of focus on it. So this should be fun. So, the other thing I wanted to do is when I dive in here, I wanted to kind of use this as maybe a Spellweaver tutorial, kind of like a Spellweaver how-to. I'm pretty sure the tutorials will do an excellent job at explaining all the rules and the game mechanics, but I did want to, have a little bit of fun explaining, kind of going into some extra detail and whatnot. So, first things first, let's go see what Namir wants. Alright. Our turns start with 3 cards. Against the Spellweaver. Problem with the goblins, can you give us a hand? Am I the only one who thinks that in this tutorial Namir has the voice of Leroy Jenkins? Greetings, young Spellweaver. Well, we're having a little bit of problem involving, goblins. Could you please give us a hand? Sure, why not? Oh, hey, Spark, how's it going? Let's see. Help them here together. Poor guy always gets in trouble. Yep, that sounds like Leroy. Alright, so we start, every game you'll start with 1 mana and 0 levels. Spellweaver has 2 different, resources. Level and mana, but we'll get to that in a little bit. I'm sure they talk about it. Let's see. Last season Spearman costs 1 mana, but also requires 1 order level. As you can see, mana cost up here, level cost right here. Rest of the card and enemy I think we'll get to. So use the shrine to level up. Play Spearman. Okay. So each one has the option of either level to level up. You gain that level. The level's permanent. Or you can play it to get a mana crystal, a lot like in Hearthstone. You get the crystal, it doesn't go anywhere unless, card effects destroy it. I don't think there's any yet, but we'll see. Maybe there will be. And you also draw a card. So you draw 2 cards every turn in theory. You play you draw a card for a turn, and you draw a card every time you play a shrine. So he wants us to play it for order level. Let's play it for order level. And now we can play the Lost Legion Spearman, who's a 1/1. You can tell this is attack, this is hit points. And we'll get to speed in just a little bit, I feel. So, is it going to do this? Damn it. Oh, well. So, this happened back in the original tutorial, this happened with the kind of faulty end turn button. Let me see if I can't, I'll try and, just zip through everything up to this point. So I remember correctly, it's all about waiting for the arrow to appear to avoid this bug. There we go. Okay, so now we're back. So let's see what we got. You need 1 more mana to play Heavy Infantry, who's a 2-drop. Use your second shrine mana. You also draw a new card. All right. So make sure you wait for the arrows. This is by the time you're watching this video, the bug will be taken care of. But as I remember, that's how you got to do it. Okay. Creatures have to wait a turn before they attack. They've got Summoning Sickness just like they do in Hearthstone and Magic and pretty much every other card game I've ever played where you summon creatures. Lost Legion Spearman was played last turn. Destroy Goblin Warrior, drag to attack. Okay, so first things first, let's talk about speed real quick. Speed is indicated by these little arrows on the sword. Goblin Warrior, as you can see, has a speed of 2. A creature can only attack or block another creature if it can match its speed. So Goblin Warrior has a speed of 2. Lost Legion Spearman has a speed of 3. So Spearman could attack the Goblin Warrior, but the Goblin Warrior can't attack the Spearman because the Spearman has higher speed. Make sense? So we're going to go ahead and trade, just like they told us. So the 1/1's going to be attacking the 2/1. They'll deal damage to each other. They'll both die. Bing, just like that. And there's the trade. Okay. So next, a 2/2 speed 2. Okay. Better cards require higher hero level to be played. So as you can see, this guy's got 2 levels in his level cost. The white icon represents a level of any type. So it could be order level, and this one could be wisdom, it could be dominion, it could be nature, anything as long as you have 2 levels. Gain a second order level, so play this for level. So now we've got 2 order levels and 2 mana, so that meets the requirements to play Elite Vanguard. Let's play Elite Vanguard. I've looked at the stats of Elite Vanguard. He's not bad, he's a 2/3, but he's only got 1 speed. So he's not going to be, attacking or blocking a whole lot. He's definitely not going to be attacking the Goblin Fireworker because he's got a speed of 2. So the Goblin Fireworker could attack the Heavy Infantry, but the Heavy Infantry can't attack the Goblin Fireworker. So instead, we're just going to go face. Now there's 2 different ways to do this. You can either click and drag, you do that for individual, or there is a attack enemy hero with all of your creatures button. And doing that, you'll just send all your creatures at your opponent's face. You'll smork them. So there is a period where your opponent has an opportunity to play instant speed spells, but we'll get to that. So there's a little bit of delay in attacking, but I'm sure the combat, the combat tutorial will dive on that. You see the floating Z's, they indicate the creature is exhausted. Yes, so exhausted is basically, for those who played Magic, it's tapped. It can't, it can't attack, it can't block, it can't really interact at all because it's been used up, so to speak. Exhausted creatures can't attack or block. All cards readied at the start of your turn. So now we end our turn. He's going to fireball our face, classic smork play. Ooh, and he's attacking with his 2/2. You can easily block this goblin. To block, you need a ready creature at least the same speed of the attacker. So we've got a 3/3, he's got a 2/2. They've got the same speed, so they can block, they can interact, he can block. So now, we'll just block his 2/2. Goblin has dealt 2 damage to Elite Vanguard, so as you can see, he's got 1 health left, but damage does fall off, or they do heal at the start of every turn. Oh, hey. Hey, I see you're doing quite well. With my help, you could probably defeat the raiders and get chicken. You're winning. He's keen on taking credit. Oh, this is funny. Don't let him as usual. Can play anything you can, young Spellweaver, and keep attacking the enemy hero. That's what I do in my battles, and I've been winning a good portion of them. Alright, so here's what we're going to do. We're going to play this for mana, and we're going to draw a card. And we draw... Ooh, here's a good card. Knight Escort. He's a 3 mana, 2 level, 2 speed, 2 attack, 4 health. So we're going to play him. He has a power. Read the card, see what it does. At the end of combat on your turn, ready Knight Escort. So he has the ability to both attack and then ready himself after combat so he can block the following turn. He's the only card in the game that has that. Very similar to Vigilance from Magic, for those of you who played Magic the Gathering. He basically is the only creature in the game with Vigilance. And see, I use the attack enemy hero with all your creatures button, save me a bit of time. So now we declare our attacks, or confirm our attacks, I mean. He's down to 8. We'll pass play. And he plays the Hunting Giganta. I don't even want to try and pronounce that. I suck at pronouncing things. 4 man, he's a 5/4, but he's slow. He's only got 1 speed, so he couldn't block my 3/3 or my 2/2. Pathetic stinking beast. Keep attacking the hero, Spellweaver. Remember what I told you. Don't let him fool you. Beast is gigantic. You don't kill it, we're going to be in trouble. Even though... Okay. Thankfully, you got a spell. So what we're going to do, they want us to kill this creature, even though I'd probably just push face here, but War of Fanfares. So what it does, all creatures gain +1/+1 until end of turn for 3 mana. Pretty good. So what they want is they want me to trade into this guy. So they want me to kill it. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna attack with our 4/4, and then we're just gonna swing with our now 3/4 and 3/5. So those two trade, push 6 to face, and as you can see, his effect kicks in, and he's not exhausted. See, there are no Z's. He's not because of his effect. He readies himself at the end of combat, so he removes his exhaustion. Excellent. Already better than Namir. Well, good. I like being better than Leroy. Alright, hey Spellweaver, you didn't listen to me. No matter, I can get you out of this mess. Get the shaman out of the way and keep attacking the hero. Wow, he is just full smork, isn't he? This time he's right, I must admit. You can attack the fire. You can't attack him directly. He's faster than all my creatures because he's got a speed of 3. I've only got a speed of 2 and a speed of 1. So I can kill him with this spell, Ray of Righteousness. Destroy an enemy creature with attack 3 or more. So we just point that at him. Zoop. And then we swing out. And that's game. So that's the first tutorial. Again, this is a tutorial that was kind of there already, but they definitely touched it up. That little back and forth between the Spark and Namir is totally new, and they really did do a better job of explaining everything. Reward for completing all missions, 25. Oh, that's nice. You get gold for completing the tutorial. Pretty good amount of gold, too. That's, what, 2 packs, at least? It's a pretty good start. Okay, so now we're getting into combat. This one's, I believe, going to be more combat-oriented. Greetings, Spellweaver. I'm Gale. I will tell you the secrets of winning in combat. Faster creatures and clever tactics can deal with a force much stronger than your own. Speed and cunning, you can easily win every battle. Play Elf Scout. Okay, so first things first, we got to get our level, so we play it for nature level. And now, Elf Scout is speed 4. It's pretty much almost unblockable except by other creatures with speed 4, but there aren't a whole lot of creatures with speed 4 in the game, so he's a 1/1, but he's very hard to block. So let's see what he's got. He's got Infected Survivor, which is a speed 3, but he still can't block our Elf Scout. Elf Scout is ready to attack. There's no point in attacking the Infected Survivor. We'll lose Scout, and he'll get a zombie, which is a 2/2 speed 1. Deal damage and play Elf Warrior. You can always trust an Elf Warrior. So we're just gonna poke through some damage. Then we'll play Elf Warrior. Now we got to get our second mana because Elf Warrior is a 2 mana, 1 level creature. So get the mana, draw another shrine. So Elf Warrior, speed 2/2 speed 3, pretty decent for 2 mana if I do say so myself. Another Infected Survivor. He used his hero power. Each hero has a hero power. We haven't talked about hero powers much, but his is Entangle. An enemy creature gets -1 speed until end of turn. It costs 1 mana, and it has a recharge time of 2 turns. He can use that every 2 turns, basically. Every uses his hero skill to reduce the speed of Elf Scout. Hurry and save the Scout by blocking. Now, here's one of the things that's unique about Spellweaver. Not only can you attack creatures, like you can, target them specifically for an attack, but other creatures can block for your creature. But how this would work is, say he was attacking both of them. You know what? Never mind. I'm sure they'll talk about it. I think I would just be confusing you. So you forget I said that. So he deals 1 damage to my Elf Scout. I deal 1 damage to his Infected Survivor. Oops. He also has Swift, allowing him to attack the turn he enters the field. Okay, so I'm getting a little ahead of myself. So they want us to play the Ambushing Sharpshooter, which has 2 special abilities. Swift, which is charge, it's haste, it's the ability to attack the turn that you play it. Also has something called oh man, did I bug the game? Oh, I think I bugged the game. Okay, I bugged. Wow, I'm just terrible right now, aren't I? Okay, so let me just skip straight through all of this. Nature level, scout, end turn. Okay, so still a little buggy, just a little bit. So let's just get back to where we were, and this time I won't like skip straight ahead everything that they were trying to say. Oh man, I'm sorry. I just find this kind of funny. Good. Infected survivor can possibly block the attack because it's slower than the elf. Everything is slower than an elf scout. Well, there are a few other creatures in the game with speed 4, but yeah, pretty much everything in corruption at least is slower than elf scout. So now we save the elf scout by blocking. Let the combat go through. Okay, so what I was trying to say before is now the infected survivor died. They get a 2/2 zombie because that's its ability. When infected survivor dies, get a zombie. So it's a 2/2 with 1 speed. And so it's very slow, but it's big for 1 mana. There are other ways to be fast in combat. Ambushing Sharpshooter knows 2 of these ways. He's ranged. He deals combat damage before non-ranged creatures. For those of you who played Magic, this is first strike. Ranged basically means that if the ambushing sharpshooter fights something else with 2 health, it kills it before the thing with the other creature gets to deal damage. Also has swift, which allows him to attack the turn he's on the field, which is haste, charge, fast attack for those who played Kaijudo. Okay, now I can destroy both of his creatures without losing an elf. So what I'm going to do, play this for mana. Now ambushing sharpshooter. So here's how ranged works. I'm going to attack his 2/2 with my 2/1. Normally, they would trade, right? They would kill each other, but that's not the case because of the ranged effect, he actually deals damage to the zombie before the zombie gets to deal damage to him. So you'll see, deals damage, the zombie's dead before it gets to even touch my ambushing sharpshooter. So all is good. So he's at 18, and now you see it, don't you? With superior speed and tactics, we're winning every fight. You could also call it outvaluing your opponent. Okay, so Plague Vermin, sacrifice it, -1/-1 a creature. So he did that. He killed off my my elf or ambushing sharpshooter because it had 1 health. So now we're gonna take 2, but that's fine. He's got a somewhat pain in the ass creature, Insatiable Ghoul, 3/4. Now's the perfect time to try out your hero skill. Now we got our hero skill. Now we've got Nieves. Creatures you, for 1 mana with a cooldown of 3 turns, creatures you play this turn are swift. So any creature that we play this turn for 1 mana, we can give them all swift, which means they're all automatically able to attack. Each hero skill has level requirement, mana cost, and recharge time. We can do wonders with 2 swift brothers in arms. Get them for me. Okay, so how this is going to work is, well, first they want us to click this. Okay, so boom, activate the power. Okay, so get the 2nd nature level to enable us to play Brothers in Arms. Now, how Brothers in Arms works is when you play him, play a free copy from your deck and then shuffle your deck. So basically, he's a 2/2 who summons another 2/2 from our deck. But the downside is when Brother in Arms dies, sacrifice all other creatures you control named Brothers in Arms. So if he was able to kill this one, the other one would also die. Attack Insatiable Ghoul with more than 1 creature to kill it. It will deal damage back to its attackers in the order of your attack. You can kill zombie without losing. Can you kill both zombies losing only the 2 brothers in arms? It's not easy. I bet you can do it. Okay, so basically, here's the other thing about Spellweaver combat that I kind of wanted to talk about earlier, but I'm glad they're getting to it. Okay, so unlike in Magic, I played, as people who watch my channel know, I played Magic for a couple years before Hearthstone Spellweaver even came out. So in Magic, how this would work is a Satiable Ghoul would the owner of Satiable Ghoul would be able to distribute the damage however they want. But in Spellweaver, it goes left to right. So in theory, I could attack the Satiable Ghoul with something like a 1/4, 1 attack, 4 life, put it first. So it would deal 3 damage to all of its 3 damage to that one creature with 4 life, and then other creatures get to deal damage to it. So you could kind of have a big creature that doesn't have a lot of attack tank the damage for a smaller creature with more attack. But basically why we're doing this trade is because if we lose 1 Brothers in Arms, we lose both of them. So we're going to throw both of them at the Insatiable Ghoul because we were going to lose them both anyway. So we trade, and you see how it did 2 to the first one, 1 to the second one. So we end up losing both of them anyway. Oh, okay. Attack the zombie with a brothers in arms to kill it. That's what I just did. Okay, now I'm a little confused. Maybe they want me to do this to show you. Okay, I think I know what they want to get at. So it's going to do 2 damage to this guy, 1 damage to this guy. So this guy's not going to die because he's only going to take 1 damage. Again, I would normally in a regular game I would just use the brothers in arms because, like I said, I'm going to lose both of them anyway. So because of their effect. But as you can see, this guy lives. I get to do 3 to my opponent's face, and okay, now I'm genuinely confused. Attack the zombie. Oh, the zombie, not the. Okay. Oh, okay. Yep. I'm an idiot. Okay, maybe that could be just a little clearer, but I get what they mean. So what you want to do is you want to do this because like I said, you're losing both of them anyway, so you want to get maximum value out of them. So trade, doesn't die, 1 to face. We wipe his board, and we've still got creatures in play. With our cunning warriors, we have complete control of the battle. Defeating Nephiros is only a matter of time. Congratulations, you completed the combat tutorial. Okay, so everyone who watches my channel regularly knows I am not very good at Spellweaver, so I'm glad I was able to complete the tutorial, even though I'm kind of bad at it. So cool. I get 25,000 gold, which brings my total up to 682,000. I've kind of been playing for a while. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, thumbs up, comment, subscribe. You know how that goes. You guys watch YouTube videos. But I'm so glad that the new tutorial's out. I think it's a serious upgrade from the last one. The last one was extremely bare bones, and I had to figure out a lot of things. It didn't touch on Divine Offering, which is a mechanic in the game, and hilariously enough, it was like 20 games in Spellweaver before I even knew what Divine Offering did. So, but I believe, like, it did say complete all missions, so maybe they'll come out with more tutorial missions, one with Divine Offering. Basically what Divine Offering is it helps prevent being mana screwed. By Divine Offering, it's a button that'll be right above your mana and your levels, and what it does is it says you take a card from your hand, any card you choose, put it back in your deck. I think you put it to the bottom of your deck. Then you look at the top 4 cards of your deck, take a shrine from among them, put that shrine in your hand, and then the rest of the cards either go to the bottom of the deck or get shuffled into the deck. As someone who's played Magic for a very long time, I gotta tell you, I wish Magic had those rules. The ability to be like, every 1 turn, well, I have no land in hand, and I'm gonna miss a land drop. Let me take one of my cards, put it back in my deck, look at the top 4 cards of my deck, take a land, and then, you know what I mean? That'd be beautiful, but Spellweaver has it. It's a very great mechanic. I use it pretty much every game. I think everyone uses it every game unless you're super lucky. But at any rate, I hope this is a good tutorial, kind of how to play Spellweaver video. I think the new tutorial took a lot, or did a lot of the work in that regard. So, or in the regard of actually teaching things, I just kind of went along with it. But thank you guys so much for watching. Expect more videos when the game goes on its Steam release. And as always, may the cards rise to meet you and bring good RNG to your enemies' enemies.